Hey everybody, it's Zach. Welcome back to the Heroverse, and guys, welcome back to another spoiler review of X-Men 97. Guys, this of course is episode 9, titled Tolerance is Extinction Part 2. But before we get into this, I just want to read off what you said, Jamiggy. You said Half Price Books is a good store to get books for like $1. Yeah, I really do like Half Price Books. Yeah, it's really good. I actually have Half Price Books place uh here in my city, so it's like really cool. But you said you can get a lot of cool comics. Yeah, I've like looked at their comics before. Like I've like browsed before. I haven't been to Half Price Books in quite some time. But if I go out today, maybe I'll go check it out and see what they got. Another great place for comic books, of course, is Barnes and Noble. Guys, we also got 5 people in here. Shout out to you. Shout out to the 5 people that are in here. Guys, make sure to like the stream as always. Yo, what's up, Jerry? How's it going? Marvel Comics Unlimited, Unlimited is running a subscription special and are only charging 97 cents for first month subscriptions. That's really dope. Uh, I know that there is. I think that is Marvel Comics Unlimited. I think my nephew has that, and he's like looks at a whole bunch of cool comics on there. They have like all the comic books on there. Of course, they're digital. I'm not a huge fan of digital, but it's really cool. I like physical. I like physical comics. Jimmy, I'm right there with you. I like some. I like physical. I have a nice plethora of comics. I don't think I have any of them. I mean, I think I only have like one X-Men comic, but I think it's like a Wolverine comic. I wouldn't even say it's an X-Men comic. It's like him in his brown suit, which we saw in this episode. But guys, this is of course the clip right here. It's this official clip. This was like the clip we got yesterday of them getting ready for war. The X-Men, and Professor X is trying to talk to the president, pretty much about how like the X Men team are the only team that could stop this war from happening. Put faith in us. It's like if you don't have faith in me, at least put faith in my X Men. I really enjoyed this episode. I just want to start off by saying this was way better than I think the previous episode. I liked the previous episode, but I wasn't in love with it. I feel like I really haven't been in love with the show since like episode 5. I liked episodes 1 through 3. 4 I didn't really like. 5 I really enjoyed. So yeah, it's like one of those things where it's like it's been very iffy for me. But I just want to start off by saying off the bat, no Avengers, no Spider-Man in this episode. A part of me feels like we really aren't gonna get them, even though they left this episode off where it kind of feels like they like all hope is lost almost. Like it feels like the president's gonna have to take action. And I'm thinking, is his action going to be the Avengers team? Is Cap going to get that green light? We still don't even know if it's the Avengers. I would assume so, only because Hulk exists due to the Easter egg of Thunderbolt Ross saying in the last in episode, I want to say it was episode 7, I believe, on the Rogues Gone Rogue episode, where Thunderbolt Ross says, even the Hulk couldn't break into this facility. I'm gonna assume by Cap meaning I'm waiting for the green light, then I'll get my team. I'm thinking it's the Avengers. I'm not sure. We saw Spider-Man last week. It was a cameo. Him noticing something's up, and we found out in this episode that the Earth's gravitational pull got affected, like it's dying essentially because of what Magneto did. I was not expecting that. I just want to start off by saying I was not expecting Magneto's pulse was going to affect Earth's gravitational pull. I was thinking it was only he only did that to take out the Sentinels. That was it. Not physically stop the world from turning. Like I guess he like did something to the Earth, and he pretty much waged war. He's like, I'm taking out Earth's gravitational pull. It's done. It's going to be weird. He pretty much set them back to the Stone Age, and essentially the X-Men have to stop Magneto, but also stop Bastion. So they split the team into 2 teams, and that's pretty much like the idea of this episode. This group, go take out Magneto. This group, go take out Bastion. And it's one of the same where it's like they have to stop Magneto, try to get him on the right side of things, while also trying to tell him to turn back on Earth's gravitational pull. While also we have the team over here trying to stop Bastion from pretty much making his future topia of taking out the mutants and waging war. They have to fight on 2 fronts. Jimmy, you said X-Men number 1 has M asteroid. Yeah, Mia has the M asteroid and Nick Fury and Fantastic Four. That's fire. right off the bat. I didn't. That's actually really really cool. I like the comics a lot, a little bit more than what they're kind of doing in the show because they could do a little bit more. I really don't want them to be afraid in the show to like bring other people in, especially when it's like I expect, and I'm still holding them to this. I expect Cap to show up in the next episode, and I'm really expecting Spider Man to do something. I really feel like at this point, if not Spider Man, you could say he's busy fighting shit in New York. Okay, but there's no excuse when you said Cap was like looking into shit. He was waiting for the green light. The president's gonna give him that green light. Cap's gotta show up. I expect that to happen. If it doesn't happen, that it's going down a bar. I mean, the finale could be as great as whatever, but I still won't think it's hitting that point of excellence when they pretty much promised us by saying Cap was going to get involved, him not getting involved. Um, so I expect him to get involved. But going on to the first shot, this of course we have Storm and Forge. They made an appearance in this episode. Finally, I've been wondering where Storm's been. People have been cracking jokes saying Storm and Forge had it going on. They had one last hurrah in the bedroom, and then they decided to get busy out in the field. They got busy, and then they got busy out in the field. People are already cracking jokes about that, saying where the hell has been Forge and Storm? They're finally here. What about Fantastic Four? Even if the Fantastic Four get involved, I mean, they never showed their face, but we saw Doom, and we see this is a global threat. The Magneto stopped the world from spinning. Like, he did shit to the world, to Earth. It's a problem. I expect big teams to get involved, and yet there's no. It doesn't feel like there is this. It almost doesn't feel like what they're trying to make it sound like is this is a global scale threat level event. I'm not really. I'm seeing it from the team's perspective, but it's not really there in terms of we know these other teams exist. Why aren't they getting involved? It just feels very like, okay, what are we doing? Forge is definitely dead. Shit. Yeah. Possibly because we did see Forge and the X Jet go down. One of the X Jets. Let's just also the Blackbird can never catch a break. Let's just start off by saying that the Blackbird can never catch a break. It keeps getting destroyed. This is probably like the 5th or 6th Blackbird they've went through. Actually, I think if I'm correct, Jean said to Cyclops when in the previous episode, which was episode 8, that this is like the 17th Blackbird or some shit like that. And I'm thinking, damn, bro, like that plane can never catch a break. So it's like really really funny. But to have Storm and Forge in this episode, I was like, okay, about time. Like, let's get busy. What are we doing? Like, where have you guys been? Apparently, from what I understand, Bo DeMeo confirmed online saying when Storm and Forge, when Storm saw the news, that was around the same time that the mansion was getting destroyed. So the time, I gotta admit, they haven't been very like forward on like letting us know when things take place. So in my mind, I thought when Storm saw what happened on Genosha, I thought it happened right after what happened on Genosha, but turns out no. It was a couple of days later, and it's actually like when the mansion was getting destroyed. So I was like, okay, like their time is all kind of all over the place. So it's like I really don't like that, but it is what it is. We know that when she saw it, it was when the mansion was being attacked. So it's like it makes sense why she didn't show up right after. In episode 7, it explains why she didn't show up. I guess I don't know. But we have this scene right here where pretty much Scott is telling the whole team we're going to split up into teams. I think he said Jean, and he said Jean, Morph. I think he said, yeah, Jean, Morph, and Cable, and Storm, and Forge. You guys go to go take out Bastion. Like, that's where you guys are going to go. Where his headquarters is. We got to take him out because he's the one that's controlling the Sentinels. And it's going to be me, Wolverine. I think he also said Nightcrawler, Jubilee, and I think it's pretty much it. Yeah, I think it was Wolverine, Nightcrawler, Jubilee, and Wolverine. I think that was it. Like, you guys are gonna have to tell me. Like, I think because I know it was Wolverine, Jubilee, Nightcrawler, and Scott. I think, and also Professor that went to go stop Magneto. And then on the side of Magneto's team, which we're gonna cut right here, Yo, Jamigi, you were right. I was right. Yeah, Rogue chose to go with Magneto. She's had enough. Rogue chose to go with Magneto, and she said, "I'm gonna be that queen." She said, "I'm gonna be his queen." I made a promise on Genosha to protect mutants and do everything like what I guess do anything that means necessary to like save our kind. I'm going with Magneto. I'm not living with your dream anymore, Charles. So she left. Not only that, but Roberto left. And when we're okay, so when I kind of spotted in the clip we saw yesterday. Okay, you said I never expected Sunspot to betray the X-Men. Yes, Jamigi. When I saw the clip yesterday, and I noticed on my like third watch or second watch when Jubilee burned Roberto's card, I was like, oh my god, did anybody not point this out? But like Roberto, Jubilee just burned Roberto's card, and my sister's like, oh well, probably because his mom is against the mutants and like turned on his son. That's probably why she burned their calling card. I'm like, no, it wasn't their calling card. It was Roberto's card. I'm like, I think Roberto is gonna go with Magneto. She's like, that's a great theory. My theory was correct. It took me like the second watch or third watch to kind of get that, and I was like, oh my god, like there's a reason. Like she wouldn't just be burning that if it was her family, the family's card. It's something meaningful. She's tearing up about it when she's burning it. I'm like, Roberto went to the different side because he doesn't like the fact that his mom turned on him. And it wasn't enough to have just stay what you believe. He's like, my mom turned on me. I have nothing left. I'm going with Magneto. I see his future. I see his vision. I'm going with him. That was cool. And when he flew up in the X-Men costume and like all sun spotted up, it was dope. Can't lie. Um, Yo, Jerry, you said the ending of the episode was pulled directly from one of the comics about yeah, I think he said Xorn. I'll make a post about it later in the Discord. Thanks, bro. You said the stream, as River Song would say, spoilers. Yeah, spoilers, exactly. Um, Yo, Jamaica, you said I hated that he said I'm sorry to Jubilee. I mean, in a way, he was. He was like, I'm sorry that I don't. I'm sorry. Like I want to be with Magneto. I see his vision. It's not enough where I stay here. I'm sorry. It made sense. I mean, he didn't want to do like he doesn't want to hurt Jubilee, but he sees what Magneto's future holds with the mutants and how mutants get to live without feeling like they're going to be attacked or be scared of being attacked and being looked at as different. It makes sense why he told Jubilee, "I'm sorry that like we see like we don't see eye to eye, but I got to go with Magneto." Now, the comic line how this episode ended is called Fatal Attractions. That's what it's called. It's a storyline. I can't really tell you, but I know it's based off that Fatal Attractions by the end how we ended the episode. There is a way Wolverine turns out in the end of the episode where it's like I don't think they're gonna go that route necessarily in the comics because Wolverine looks very weird after what happens at the end of this episode in the comics. I don't think they're gonna go that far, but I do think that it's going to go to the extent of when we get to that, I'll talk about it. Going on to this, though, seeing their old costumes was dope. I love the brown and yellow Wolverine costume. A little insight on this is that this is the same costume we're going to be getting in the Wolverine game, is the brown and yellow costume. I really do love how, like, we're getting so much Wolverine stuff lately, even though it's not in the show and they've kind of been putting him in the back seat. You said, I wonder where's Bishop? Great question. I don't think I'm going to kind of give you an insight, Jamigi, because you're wondering where Bishop is. I've been wondering where Bishop is. Bo DeMayo said we're not doing anything with time travel, so I don't think Bishop is coming in this season. Back this season, I think he's going to come back next season. I really don't think he's going to show up because Bo DeMayo said we're not dealing with time travel. We're kind of done with all that. So I don't think we're going to see Bishop in this finale. As stupid as it is, I think it's really, really dumb. We're not seeing him, unfortunately. So I'm really upset about that. But yeah, like I said, Insight, we're getting a lot of the Wolverine stuff. As much as they've been putting him in the backseat in the show, I'm really, really glad that Wolverine's getting his shine, whether it be in Deadpool and Wolverine and his blue and yellow costume, or whether it be in the X-Men 97 series where we get to see him in his brown and yellow costume, and they're kind of paying homage to the fact that we're going to be seeing him in his brown and yellow costume in the Wolverine game. From Insomniac, which is coming out, I think, next year. So it's like really, really cool that we're seeing all this stuff, and this is kind of our first glimpse of what what we're gonna be getting in the Wolverine game, it's really really dope. And I really mess with Scott's old X-Men costume. I really really like that. I really love Storm's new outfit. This is, I feel like they're, I don't know if like the rumors are true or not now, if they are gonna get their Uncanny X-Men's by the end of the show, like in the finale. I don't know. I don't think this is their Uncanny X-Men looks. It seems like they're really kind of going their classic look. Mind you, the X-Men team has had so many different suits, but it feels like they're kind of going like their older looks. So I really do like their old look here, especially Jean's suit. I really really like. It's very was it Phoenix looking, and I like it. And I think this is what her costume used to look like. So I really really like that. It just, I like their whole look. I like Morph's military look too. It looks cool. It reminds me of the one sequence in X-Men Days of Future Past when we saw um was it when we saw Alex Summers, and he was like at the military base and he was wearing like the green military outfit. It looks very reminiscent of that, and I like really really like that. But really really cool how they got into like their older looks. I thought that was cool. Now this sequence right here, Wolverine sees Magneto, because at this point the team has officially got on Asteroid M, so they're there facing Magneto. Wolverine at this point does not want to hold back. The whole team, I would say, is pretty much holding back, except Wolverine. Wolverine was going in for that kill. He's not holding back. Even Rogue stops him and says, "Oh, you're going in for the kill. You can't be doing that. You went in for the kill shot, honey. You can't be doing that." She said some cool shit, and I was like, yeah, because Wolverine is not holding back. He knows what's on the line here. The world is on the line. Like, not only a war is going down, but like there's like a war on the line here, but like at the same time the world's spinning and not dying is on the line. Like, there's a lot on the line here, and he's not holding back, and I appreciate that, because Wolverine's the only one I felt like that was taking this shit serious. Because there was a point where open YouTube mobile app. Okay, I don't know why it's telling me that. Okay, it says connect phone. I don't know why it's doing that. Is it pausing, guys, on your end? Because it's still, okay. Okay, I'm good. I don't know why it said that. But Jamigi, you said Bishop got busy in the time stream, like how Forge and Storm got busy. Haha, you probably right. Jerry, you probably right. Could be the case. What if Bishop was in the Age of Apocalypse timeline? That would be dope too. Beth, you said, "Hey, happy birthday." I appreciate it, Beth. Thank you. But yeah, like I said, Wolverine was the one that was not holding back and was not taking jokes. Jubilee and Sunspot, on the other hand, Roberto, it got to the point where Roberto hit Jubilee, and then Jubilee started firing back at Roberto, and Roberto started kind of running away, and he said, "I'm sorry," and he starts like shooting at her again. So it's like, I felt like they weren't, I felt very like Civil War almost with like Hawkeye and Nat. Clint and Nat, it felt very reminiscent of that. Like, oh, like, are we still going to be friends after this? Depends on how hard you hit me. It felt very reminiscent of that, and I was kind of like, yeah, let's not joke around here. Like, this, let's get it. Come on, like, you guys chose sides a little bit. This is like, Wolverine was the only one taking it serious. He was going in for the kill. He was not messing around with Magneto. He went in to kill. He's like, Magneto, you gone too far. You got to be taken out. I've been waiting for this. You got to be taken out. Simple as that. Bethy said, I couldn't believe the episode. It was crazy. I can't believe the way they ended it, which we'll talk about. Yeah, I felt a little Civil War, Black Widow, and Hawkeye. That's what I'm saying. It felt very reminiscent of that. And I was kind of like, yeah, come on, like, let's go. Like, Wolverine's the only one trying to go in for the kill shot. Wolverine knows what's at stake here. Let's get it. I was on Wolverine's side of everything. Now, the Hulk cameo. This was dope. This was dope. I clapped. I applauded. I cheered. It was really, really cool seeing Morph turn into Hulk. Like, it was cool. Of course, it wasn't us seeing technically the Hulk. It was Morph turning into the Hulk when he was with, Cable, Jean, Storm, Forge, and Morph. All on the island trying to take out Bastion. It was really cool seeing him turn into the Hulk, taking out the Sentinels. I really, really loved it. My highlight of that fight sequence was definitely Beast taking off, slashing off the Sentinel's hand and swinging it around and clapping the Sentinel in the face. Like, making the Sentinel slap himself in the face. All you heard was this. That's all you heard when he like bitch slapped the shit out of the Sentinel. That was probably one of the coolest shit I've ever seen Beast do. Beast wasn't holding back. I'm slashing that shit off and I'm smacking you with it. Was the coolest sequence I've ever seen with Beast. Out of this entire series, that was the coolest thing bro's ever done. I couldn't. That's all you heard was a clap by a snowball, bitch slapped, get the hell out of here. It was the coolest thing ever. Highlight of the episode, along with Hulk. What probably two of the coolest things I've seen in the episode. The fight sequences were cool, but seeing Hulk fight Sentinels floating around in midair because Jean's like using her telepathy to like levitate, bro, to like beat the shit out of the Sentinels, while Beast slashes the Sentinel's hand off and slaps him with it. I mean, come on. Already off rip, coolest sequence of the episode, like for sure. Like that was the coolest sequence. Now this sequence right here, Cable attacking Jean, did not see that coming because of what's his face? Because of Sinister. I don't know how Sinister got to get in Cable's mind, but he did, to the point where Cable literally was like about to blow Jean away. Literally. And Jean put one final message to Scott: I love you. I don't necessarily think Jean is dead. My sister said that this maybe Sinister wanted the Phoenix to be unlocked, so he made it where Cable would attack Jean to make the Phoenix unlocked. I don't know really if that was Sinister's intent. I don't know, because I don't know how that's going to benefit him if the Phoenix gets unlocked. I mean, Sinister's not standing up against the Phoenix, so I really don't know what's going on here. I really, really don't. I'm going to assume he wasn't his plan wasn't to get the Phoenix out. His plan was probably, I'm going to make your son go against you and kill you. I'm assuming, even though technically Cable isn't Jean's son, in a way he is, because it was like Jean's clone, Madeline, and they have the same like memories. Technically, yeah. So I think it's in a way that like Sinister did this to spite Jean and then kind of like get to Jean, and knowing that like she wouldn't be able to fully fight Cable and didn't want to hurt Cable, so he's using the person that he knows that Jean doesn't want to hurt. I'm assuming. But this is not going to go very well, because I do think the Phoenix will be unlocked. I agree with my sister. I really, really do think so, that the Phoenix is going to come out in this final episode, because they've been like putting hints to the Phoenix in Jean's talks of like, I don't know if I'm the Phoenix or Madeline was the Phoenix. My memories are all scrambled. And also us seeing the Phoenix in the intro, I feel like the Phoenix is going to pop out, like probably in episode 9. I don't know if that's what's going to really happen, but I'm going with my sister's theory on that one. But you said, I like how they went into different costumes. That was cool. I really do like that too. I mean, a lot of their costumes got destroyed in episode 8, so it makes sense, especially Wolverine's. But to make use of, I thought that was Strife? You thought that was Strife? Who was Strife? I don't know who Strife is. You have to let me know. But yeah, I really liked the sequence. I thought it was very cool that it was like in Cyclops's visor, that like he was seeing Jean, almost like he was picturing Jean. I thought that was really, really cool. Like a really, really cool symbolism here, and also really, really cool shot. The one thing I will say about this series is that they really do know how to do cool shots in terms of like reflections in Scott's visor. I really, really like it. Some of the shots here are really, really cool. Like hell, that could be a poster. Like this could be a poster. It's a really cool shot. You said Strife is Cable clone, rise by Apocalypse. Maybe. I don't know, but maybe. I don't know. It looked like Cable to me, but it could be Strife. I don't know. Keep that theory, Jamaica. You never know. This series has been very unpredictable. Also, we did get it confirmed in this episode by Magneto that Leech did die. Leech is dead. I'm still not letting it slide. How did he survive and Leech didn't? I'm still not letting it slide. I think it's crappy writing. I think it's them wanting us to fill in the blanks. I feel like they didn't even think about the fact that they must have forgot that Leech was in the bubble when they brought Magneto back. It just doesn't make sense, but whatever. Leech is apparently dead. Makes no sense, but I guess we'll go with it. I thought maybe Sinister somehow kind of controlled him. That's what I'm thinking too, Beth. I don't know. I don't know what moment he was able to control Cable, but I guess he did because a Cable wouldn't just knowingly attack Jean. So I'm assuming Sinister did get in his mind. I don't know how. I don't know when, but we were kind of jumping around the battleground of the fight against Bastion and the Sentinels, so it could have been at any point. I really don't know. Jerry, you said if Marvel is watching, that would be the perfect cross cover for a steelbook. Oh yeah, like this would be a dope cover for a steelbook. I'd buy that. This is a cool shot for sure. Um, but yeah, this sequence right here, Wolverine got off Magneto's helmet, and it got to the point where even Charles is like, I can't reason with Magneto here. I gotta take over his mind, and I gotta fix everything. I gotta fix Earth. We gotta do this. So everybody was going for Magneto's helmet. Wolverine was the only one to successfully do it because he wasn't holding back. Like Wolverine knew what was at stake. He's the only one that's die hard for Charles. I just want to say that he's the only one that is backing Charles and really trying to take out Magneto. The only one. Like Wolverine was the all-star player of this fight. Just saying. Like Wolverine, as much as they've been putting Wolverine in the back seat, Wolverine always rides for the X-Men. Always. So he was the only one really trying to like be a star player on the field. He really was. He's the only one that got off the helmet. A man that has metal claws took off Magneto's helmet. Make that make sense also. Make it make sense. It doesn't make any sense because he physically could have stopped Wolverine in his tracks. My sister even mentioned it, and I was like, yeah, he really could. Why isn't he doing that? He didn't do it. Magneto did a lot of dumb plays on the field. He forgot that he could control Wolverine. He really did until the last minute. But the fact of it is that Wolverine was the all-star player on the field. He had in terms of 20 points on the scoreboard. If I'm being honest, he's like putting down 20 points on the scoreboard. Hell, even maybe maxing out 100, and everybody else is lacking on the team. Wolverine's the only one putting in stats. But yeah, Charles got into Magneto's mind. He's over here. Looks like he's, I'm not even gonna say it, but we all. What's it look like, bro's doing? What? Yeah, but yeah, he's over here doing some weird shit, screaming up in the air because Charles is up in his mind. And then, of course, we have Cyclops being the bitch that he is. He shot freaking Charles with his beam because he even said they need more time on the island fighting Bastion. We need more time because I guess what happens, at least my guess on why Scott did this, is because if they don't stop Bastion before they turn on Earth's gravitational pull again, those humanoid sentinels might be reactivated. That's my guess. I could be totally wrong. I don't know. Maybe Earth's gravitational pull is what was making the Sentinels be able to walk around. And then when Magneto turned it off, it shut down the Sentinels. I'm assuming. And that's why he's like, they need more time before you turn on the globe again. They gotta take out Bastion first. I'm assuming. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. I don't know. But Jiggy said, I'm thinking of making babies with Rogue. I'm thinking about making babies with Rogue. That's what bro was thinking in that movie. He's like, I'm thinking probably. That's probably what bro was thinking. That why he forgot. That's why he forgot. Exactly. That's why bro forgot he could control Wolverine because he was thinking about Rogue in his head. That's exactly why. Jimmy, you're correct. You are definitely correct on that one. But honest to God, though, I was confused for a minute. I'm like, why the hell are you? For instance, I thought Scott turned against Charles for a minute when he shot him with his beam. I was like, yo, bro, did you forget what team you're on? Why are you shooting Charles here? What the hell is happening? And I thought to myself, oh, that could have been the reason, is that he didn't just because we all thought, oh, maybe he's doing this to take out the Sentinels, Magneto in episode 8, but maybe he had to take out the Earth's gravitational pull to stop the Sentinels. So maybe that, and then the whole goal of it was to take out Bastion, shut down the Sentinels before you turn back on the world. so the Sentinels don't come back. That's my guess. I don't know. See, this is where I feel like where the story kind of falters, because it's like I don't know really what Magneto did when he turned I'm just trying to fill in the blanks. Like I'm very confused why Scott shot Charles. I don't know. Like I'm just trying to fill in the blanks here. This is canon now. What is canon now? Oh yeah, what you said is canon now. He was thinking about Rogue in his head. He totally forgot he could take over Wolverine. That's canon. That's canon now. Dude, that's hilarious. Bro was thinking about Rogue, but giving her babies and shit, and he totally forgot he could stop Wolverine. That's so good, Jimmy, bro. Like, oh god. Anytime now, we gotta talk about that. We gotta be like, oh, he forgot. He was thinking about having babies with Rogue. He forgot he could control Wolverine. That's great. Okay, but there was a moment in this episode where I cheered. And it's the moment where Wolverine stabs Magneto. Fully stabs bro. And he pretty much said, I've been through many wars. I've fought many wars. And he's pretty much like, dude, this is just another day in the workplace where I'm beating your ass. I know what it takes to fight a war. You weren't holding back. I'm not holding back. And at that moment, Magneto did say, about time we're not holding back anymore. He said some shit like that. I don't even know what he said. Anytime Magneto speaks, that shit just goes over my head. I'm like, dude. And also, I don't want to hear because my sister was debating if it was a killing blow, Wolverine stabbing Magneto. Why would Wolverine not do a killing blow to Magneto? Doesn't make any sense. I think what Wolverine did was a killing blow, because everybody's face was like, he had everybody's jaws down to the floor when he stabbed Magneto. Everybody was like, I can't believe Wolverine. You can't believe Wolverine did that. Wolverine's that dude. He said it from the get-go. He said, I'm taking out Magneto the first chance I get. Why is everybody all jaws down to the floor like, I can't believe he just did that? I wasn't. I was like, let's go. About damn time someone took out this stupid-ass dude. I'm like, thank you. But okay, you said that scene was cool. Jimmy, you said Wolverine was thinking of Jean. Wolverine was thinking of Jean. What was he thinking of Jean? Oh, at this moment, he probably was. In this last moment. Okay, I don't want to say his last moments, because I swear to God, also, if they kill off Wolverine, I'm done. I just want to clarify that, because my sister was saying, oh, I think Wolverine's dead. I said, if he's dead, there goes all my drive for the show, because I'm going to be honest with you, the only characters I really, love in the show, my favorite characters was, one of them was already gone. It was Gambit. Gambit's gone. I'm pissed about that still. I don't think he's coming back. I really don't think so. They brought back Magnus, but they didn't bring back Gambit, which is bullshit to me. Because theoretically speaking, if someone was gonna survive on Genosha, it made more sense that bro got impaled. There was a chance he could have survived. If he would have just got impaled and went down to the ground instead of sacrificing himself, he could have survived. But I'm sorry, that full-ass laser beam, he took the Death Star beam. Magneto, he took the beam from the Death Star, and he somehow survived. But Leech and everybody died. It's like, bro, plot armor times 1,000, my guy. I'm still pissed about that. But I don't think Wolverine's dead. But my sister said he's dead, because from what it looked like, Magneto ripped out his adamantium. Right here. And this is a shot from, like I said, it's called, I just said it earlier in the stream, it's called, you guys don't have to let me know. I mentioned it earlier in the stream. I honestly can't even remember. But this is a cover from a comic. I think it's called, it's like Love Something. Love is Something. Or, guys, name it down in the comment section below. I mentioned it earlier in the stream, and I'm having a blank. Leech, you said he ain't dead. He will become feral Wolverine. Leech made Magneto shield weak. But that's the thing. If Leech made Magneto shield weak, bro should have died. He took the beam from the Death Star. How is he alive? They didn't even explain that. Like, let's take a minute. Let's pause for a minute. They didn't even explain how bro survived. Think about it. 3 Sentinel heads powered that one big ass blast, the Godzilla blast, and bro survived. Like, it makes no sense, dude, but whatever. It literally makes no sense, but they just want us to say whatever. I mean, honest to God, like, it's bullshit, but whatever. I'm just like, also, because I can't, like I said, I cannot remember for the life of me. He didn't want Rogue. He didn't want Rogue to be a single mom. Oh God. He didn't want Rogue to be so what you're trying to tell me, Jamiki, is that there's a baby in the oven. Yo, bro. Jeez, cut his head off. Exactly. Like, the way I see it is that blow that Wolverine took, I think, was a killing blow. I do think so, but I think it was the adrenaline of Magneto that made it where he was able to take out Wolverine's adamantium. Now, look, I for the life of me can't remember the comic book title, but I'm gonna go on X because it's all over X as of right now. People talking about this. And I just want to make sure. I think it was here. I found it. Where is it? Come on. Try to find it. Anybody? Let's type it. Just type in X. Let's type in X-Men. X-Men 97. Because we're gonna find this. We're gonna find this for a minute. This. I don't know. Then I forget the name of this comic, but this is essentially what happened. This is what happened. And I know the adamantium is no longer in him. From what I'm gathering, he just took out the adamantium. Like, he liquefied it, took it out. I'm assuming. But I swear to God, if Wolverine looks like this, and I'm trying to find this picture, people think Onslaught's coming. Jamiki, do you agree? I don't know how Onslaught became to be. I'm assuming his suit's made out of adamantium. Is that why he took out is that in this storyline? Where, like, he takes the adamantium out of Wolverine and he, like, becomes Onslaught? I don't know. Yeah, that's the storyline. He, like, takes it out and then puts it on him and he becomes adamantium? Like, his suit? I'm assuming. You said yeah. But look, I swear to God, there's a picture of Wolverine here. Where is this shit? I'm trying to find it. I hope I can find it. Because it made me mad pissed. Because if Wolverine looks like this ugly... Where is it? I can't find it. It's gonna really annoy me. Come on. Where is it? Well, let's go home. And I'm gonna go on my main page. Because I think I found it on the main page. Where is it? Come on, bro. You know what? You said feral Wolverine? Is that what you said, Jamiki? Feral Wolverine? F-E-R-A-L. Yeah, if he becomes this shit... Where is this? Yeah, this shit ugly. He better not become this. Because I don't even like this. There was a picture, though, when the adamantium got taken out, where I was like, dude, that shit does not look good. You said Professor X went into Magneto. That's how Onslaught was born. That's actually cool. But do you think that's what's going to end up happening? Because, I don't know. I mean, he is wearing the helmet. Are they trying to, like... Professor X did wear the helmet. That's how we ended the episode. Are they trying to, like, foreshadow maybe him and Magneto merging to stop Magneto? Is that, like, really, like, you think that's what they're trying to, like, say? You said the Avengers joined the X-Men to fight Onslaught and Apocalypse, Fantastic Four. That's actually really, really dope. They might do something like that where, like, maybe the Avengers and the X-Men fight Onslaught, but the Fantastic Four will probably not be involved. Let's look at Magneto. Wolverine's adamantium. That popped right up. Um, this shit better not happen. What the hell's this? You see this? I want full screen this. This shit. This ugly ass. You guys see it? This better not happen. Because when I saw this, I'm like, Wolverine's gonna have just shit poking out of him. Gross. I don't think it's gonna be like this gross. My only thought of the process is that the adamantium got liquefied, got taken out like that one shot in the comic, but he'll heal, but it'll be okay. Like, of course, it'll be a bloody massacre, but bones won't be sticking out like that. Like, that's disgusting. That's gross. Like, I'm good. That better not happen because I don't need to see this shit on the screen. I'm good. Like, if he just looks like this with the adamantium just laying on top of him, fine. I'm cool. Or him just laying in a bloody mess, I'm fine with. But I'm not staring at this shit in the next episode. And him looking like this? Hell no. That's all I'm saying. I better not see this. I don't know why bro has red eyes. I don't know what the hell that's about. But, no, I'm good. I'm good on that. That must hurt. Yeah, it must hurt. You see that? Bone has bones sticking out everywhere. At least I would assume these are bones. Yeah, Fatal Attractions. I couldn't remember the damn name of it. It's called Fatal Attractions. Like, this is the Fatal Attractions storyline is what we see here. This is that Fatal Attractions cover art. Now, like I said, I don't think it's going to look like that, how I just showed you guys. I think it's just going to be like this, him laying on the ground, but not all bones. See, we don't see bones sticking out, so if they just automatically put bones on, bro, in the beginning of next week's episode, I'm going to be like, where the hell were the bones here? Why is there bones sticking out now? I think he just took out the adamantium, but bro forgets, because my sister made a great point. I can feel the pain. I can feel the pain, bro. Look. Ew. It's disgusting. Yeah, no. I told my sister this is also too violent to put on the screen. I don't think we're going to be getting anything like this. It's too violent. Like, the show's balanced violence out very well, but this here is just, it's too, I don't think that they would be willing enough to do that. So that's why they just cut it here, where it's like they did the first half where the adamantium was coming out liquefied, but I don't think they're gonna show bones and shit all out like that. Like, that's gross. But like I said, my sister made a great point. Magneto really didn't think this through, because bro wasn't thinking about how he could control Wolverine. He was thinking about making babies with Rogue, as Jamigi pointed it out. But the thing that doesn't make any sense to me, you could control Wolverine before. You could control him. Now that you took out the adamantium, you can't control him now. Dumbass. Like, you're dumb. You can't control him now. He's gonna have bone claws and he's gonna stab your ass again, dude. Like, what? Like, it makes no sense. Does that make sense to any of you guys? He took out the one person he could control, and now made it you can't control him anymore. Like, what? And he can heal. That's also the thing I had to tell my sister, he can heal. This is going to be a walk in the park. There's no way this kills him, because it's not like he ripped out his spine. That's one thing, and I still think even then probably Wolverine could still heal. But the fact that you unliquefied the adamantium, you ripped it out of him, cool. He can still heal, and he still has claws. Like, Magneto, I feel like sometimes don't have a brain up there. I feel like sometimes he just ain't smart. It looks like Rogue is a single mom now. He's about to be. If that blow didn't kill him before, when Wolverine gets up, that he's gonna kill him. That's all I'm saying. Because he forgets Wolverine can heal and still has claws. He needed a brochure. That's what Magneto has gotten so old. Bro needs to carry around a brochure book of mutant powers, of who has what powers, and he needs to look through that shit before he does stuff and be like, oh yeah, Wolverine has a healing capability. I forgot. Like, bro, no. He needs an encyclopedia of like what mutants have what powers, because bro forgets. You forgot that Wolverine can heal. This is just another day in the park. Honestly, for Wolverine, he killed everyone in that room. Who killed? Magneto didn't kill shit. Everybody else is still alive in that room. Magneto didn't kill anybody. There's iron in everyone. See, the thing is that he didn't rip any iron out in that room, though. He just did this to Wolverine. The one person that could heal. Like, I don't think he thought that through. He can kill. He can kill. He didn't kill him. Think about this for a minute. He couldn't kill the one person he wanted to kill in the room. This isn't gonna kill Wolverine. He has a healing factor, and he still has claws. Like, I have the Wii music in my head right now. Like, that's how Magneto makes me think sometimes with his stupid ass decisions. That's all I can hear right now is the Wii music, the Wii waiting music. I feel like that's what goes in his head when he does the stupid shit he does, is the Wii music starts playing. You know the song I'm talking about? Look up Wii music. He has he has the lobby music going on in his head right now. If he was smart enough, he would kill Xavier first and then threw Wolverine at the window. What does throwing him at the window do? Because even then, even if Wolverine was thrown in space, let's just say, he'll die and then come back. It'll be an endless cycle. We did this in brilliant example. X-Men Days of Future Past, the movie. Magneto, and this was the time where Wolverine had bone claws, he didn't have adamantium yet, shoves like barbed wire and like shit through Wolverine to control him, to throw him out in the river. It was an endless cycle where Wolverine was dying, living, dying, living, dying, living. Like, his lungs were being filled with water, he would die. Come back to life, filled with water, die. It was torture. It looked like torture. It looked cruel as fuck. Magneto's an asshole for that. I still think that to this day. It was so rude that he did that to Wolverine. I understand you wanted to stop Wolverine from stopping you, from taking out Mystique, but you ain't gotta do bro like that. It's effed up. You think what all the shit Magneto's went through, and we know the stuff he's been through, he wouldn't have done some cruel shit like that, but he did it, which is real fucked up. I still can't believe he did that in Days of Future Past. I felt so bad for Wolverine. I was like, wow, you didn't have to do bro like that. You really didn't. This is revenge. This is revenge for that shit. He gonna get up and then stab him again. Mark my words. But it's like I said, nothing could really necessarily kill Wolverine, except an adamantium bullet to the skull. But even then, you can't just find that at your local Walmart. Okay, you can't find that shit, or your local whatever. you can't just find that out and about. At least I hope you couldn't. If you could just find adamantium out and about, that's a problem. And it takes away the specialness of Wolverine being given adamantium. So like I always that's like going on to what I just said there. You shouldn't just be able to find adamantium out in the backyard. You can't just find kryptonite, and this is in the same topic. And this is why I have a problem with Lex Luthor. We're going into DC for a minute. This is why I have a problem with Lex Luthor finding kryptonite like he finds that shit in the backyard. You can't find that in the but he does though, because I feel like sometimes the comic writers don't make sense. But it is what it is. So long story short, Wolverine's gonna get up out of this, heal up, and he's gonna stab bro again. At least that's what I hope. At least that's what I hope. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, Magneto's getting annoying now. He's gotta be taken out. And Wolverine knew the assignment. And I'm sorry that Wolverine again, also, if the writers made it where he didn't do a killing blow, Wolverine, makes no sense. Because clearly you specified earlier in the episode Wolverine was going for that kill shot. So it's like that should be a kill shot where I'm just thinking this is adrenaline. But once we start that episode up again, Magneto might be like, damn, I'm losing a lot of blood. I'm actually dying. And I'll be like that one meme where Shia LaBeouf is sitting out in the audience with his suit on and he's clapping. That will be me. That's all I'm saying. Magneto's gotta go. He really, really does. I felt bad before, but since he's on his evil shit again, he's gotta go. But overall, really enjoyed this episode. Fight sequences were cool, memorable moments. I still can't believe they ended it off like this. This shit pissed me off. I was like, really? You ended off like that? I mean, we're gonna have to wait until next week to watch the finale. It sucks. I really wish they would have just done dropped, not make us wait a whole ass other week. But I understand some people like the build up. Some people like something to look forward to every week. At this, for this, nah. I would have appreciated you just dropping part 1, and then part 2, and part 3 at the same time. I don't want to have to wait until next week. What if all the X-Men betrayed Professor X? That would be crazy. That's a great what if storyline. Actually, that would be dope. And we know we're getting the X-Men, at least we're getting an X-Men in the next season of What If, which I think it's Storm. So it would be really, really cool if we got like a what if scenario. What if all the X-Men went with went with Magneto? That would be crazy. That would be a great what if storyline. I actually would mess with that a lot. There is one comic where Magneto killed one of the X-Men, and in a revenge, Xavier hit Magneto with a psychic blast so hard that it put him in a coma for a while. Yo, Charles said, "Oh, F this." Just he put full force into that blast. Well, and at the same time, it might not have been so bad for Magneto because he was just thinking about having a life with Rogue. You know, thinking about doing the deed with Rogue in that coma. So he probably was chilling. He was on some island in his head in that coma. He was just chilling. So it might not have been so bad. But yo, that's tough. Could you imagine he does that? He gets so angry what Magneto does to Wolverine. He says, "Ugh!" Like, that would be tough. I mean, because I think if I'm correct, because and I need you guys to tell me, when Magneto put his helmet on Charles's head, does that stop him from using his abilities? I don't think so. I think it wouldn't stop him from using the abilities, right? It's only to prevent people from getting in your head. Like telepaths. I don't think it would stop the person that is able to do the telepaths, right? Yeah? I don't know if that makes sense. Does that make sense? I don't think that makes sense. Because it's to prevent someone from getting in your head, not to prevent someone from getting in your head. See what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes that much sense, in my personal opinion. I think that doesn't make sense. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, I don't think that makes very much sense. It's supposed to prevent telepaths from getting in your head, but if you are the telepath how could it stop when you're the one that's doing it? I'm hearing the Wii music again. That's all I'm hearing, bro. Because it's like, I'm hearing the Monsters Inc. music. That's what I'm hearing right now on this non-logical shit that's they're throwing into this show. Because I hear the Monsters Inc. theme. But I don't know. Overall, really enjoyed the episode. Liked it a lot better than episode 7. But real quick, guys, before we head out of here, we're gonna rank these episodes. So let me get the Disney Plus. We're gonna rank these episodes and then we're gonna head out of here because I gotta see what's going on today. Good episode, that's for sure, Jamaica. It was a good episode. I enjoyed it. I really, really did. Now I'm still holding them accountable for having Cap and his team pop up in this next episode. If they don't show up, it's ass. That's all I'm saying. Because you can't be showing me Cap, showing me that he's doing this research on getting involved. The president said if things don't go the way we're getting involved. Nah, they need to show up in this next episode. That's all I'm saying. And in that case, I want them to take this energy and don't do cameos next season if they're not going to lead to anything. Because I just can't stand it. Like, I'm not one of those guys that loves cameos for cameos. I want cameos to actually mean something or do something to the plot. Unless cameos are in like a multiversal movie, fine. But if you're gonna bring in Captain America, say he's doing research, saying he's trying to find out where Bastion is, the president says, "Oh, I'll give you a minute until my hand isn't held anymore, and I'm pretty much gonna send people out there." It's like, come on, bro. Like, I need the Avengers to show up in this next episode. I really, really do. Okay, so I got it ready. So how I rank the episodes, I still think episode 5 is the best. I still think so, episode 5. So I'm going to say 5 is number 1. Then I would say I did episode 2, 3. Then I would say episode 9. Then 8. Then 7. Then 6. Then 4. 4 is still my least favorite episode. I really didn't like episode 4. And I really didn't like episode 6. And 7. Those are like my least favorite episodes. Episodes 4, 6, and 7 still don't like. No. And I think episode 8 is definitely way before all those. But I still think the first 3 and 5 episodes are still the best episodes of the season. But I think episode 5 is the best. It was peak. The fight sequences in that episode, the shock of that episode, it's still the best. It really, really is. And then I'd say episodes 1, 3, and 2 are my favorite episodes. 5, 1, 3, 2, and 3 are my favorite episodes of the season. And I live by that. I want to know your guys' ranking before we head out. Jerry, you said in the animated series, it did not prevent powers, but but in an earlier episode of the revival, there was a line that retconned it. Okay. So before, it didn't affect people that wore the helmet. But now it's like preventing Charles from using his abilities. That's so stupid. I just don't see that would make sense for the telepath that wears the helmet. It would stop him from getting into people's heads. How does that make sense? Yeah. I don't know who's writing this shit, but yeah. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, guys, let me know your ranking real quick before we head out of here. I'm going to check the likes real quick. Good, we got 5 likes in here. I'm glad. For everybody that was in here, you guys liked. Much appreciated. It helps a lot with the channel's growth. As always, guys, share the stream. Like the stream if you haven't. I'm excited. Today is my birthday. For anybody that didn't know, Jamaica, I just want to say thank you. You gave me a happy birthday wish. Bethany, you said happy birthday. Thank you. Jerry, and any other person I didn't mention in here. Jerry, I know you said happy birthday to me yesterday, and you said it to me today. Thank you. I appreciate it. And yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. My plans for my birthday are kind of up in the air, as sad as it is. Because there's been a lot of stuff, family stuff going on. That's been a little bit upsetting. I guess a lot upsetting. But I just hope everything goes well, and I don't really know what my plans are today. I really don't know. But this was a great start to the birthday, though. Spending it with you guys and talking to you guys about this episode. It's really, really awesome. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that stopped in the stream to talk about the latest episode of X-Men. And maybe just came in here just to chill. Wanted a place to hang out. I love that. Even if we're not talking about X-Men, about the episode, if you guys have something to say, I love talking to you guys. And I just thought this was a great stream. Another great stream, guys. A round of applause for another great stream. I love having you guys in here. I love doing this every week. Best believe when we get a season 2 of X-Men 97, we'll be doing the same thing. Of course. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. And I love how we rank every episode at the end of every episode. We rank the season, rank where we put the episodes. I really like that. Guys, be prepared though. Next week, we're not only ranking the episodes, we're gonna rank where this show falls and all the Disney Plus Marvel shows. And I'm telling you this right now. This might be relatively high. I can't wait to like show where I put this probably in the ranking. This last episode is really gonna debate where I put it. I'm telling you this right now, right off rip. This is not going above Loki. I know you guys might say for you it goes above Loki, but not in a million years would I put this over Loki. It's been great. I love the show, but not that much. It's been great, but not as great as Loki. And I will live by that. I will preach it. Loki was special in terms of cinematography, in terms of score, in terms of look, in terms of set design. Like, nah, like in terms of acting, storyline, no. Like, Loki is up there. I mean, come on now. I would own this show on Steelbook. I just want to tell Disney out there, Marvel out there, you're probably not watching this stream, but I'm putting it out in the ether. I need this show on 4K, Ultra HD, Steelbook. You did it with all the other Marvel shows. I need you to do it with this one. I might barely watch a lot of these episodes when I get it on my shelf, but it would look really cool on the shelf. So, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think if I ever wanted to, like, if I ever did buy it on Steelbook, or if I ever would rewatch episodes, it's only gonna be episodes 1, 2, 3, and 5, and maybe episodes 8 and 9, and possibly 10. Other than that, like, yeah, episode 4, 6, 7, I'm not rewatching. I don't call Loki God, or I don't call Loki a god for nothing. Haha. That's what I'm talking about, Jerry. You know, that was cheeky. That was good, bro. That was a good one. That was good. I agree. Loki's the GOAT. I mean, come on now. Where's it? I got mad pop figures over there of Loki. You guys can't tell. But I do. I got mad Loki seasons 1 and 2 pop figures. I have them all. I have Loki season 1 on Steelbook. I have mad Loki shirts. I got a TVA shirt, a Loki shirt. I got so much stuff of Loki. Love the show. I love that show. Love it. Best Disney Plus show. And I will stand by that until Daredevil. Daredevil might cross that threshold and take over the #1 Disney Plus show for Marvel. It might. I'm really hyped for that show. But yeah. It just might. But guys, I'm gonna head out here. I hope everybody has a great day, a safe day, and I'll catch you guys next week for the season finale of X-Men '97. Peace.